Chapter 5. Let me give some background. While looking through the paper, I ran across a very sad article about how, when homeless people die, it's often hard to find any family members of the deceased, or even the person's name. Though the article was very sad, it was the key to my last chance of getting a monster. If there were bodies piling up in the city morgue waiting for people to identify them, well, I'd claim one if no one else was going to. Before I left for the morgue, I respectfully took a 10-second moment of silence for the homeless who have passed on. Then I took off down the road. I'd never been to a morgue before. I imagined the morgue would be poorly lit with a dark greenish glow, the kind you see in scary hospital movies. Rats running from wall to wall, looking for fingers that have fallen off dead hands. The walls lined with freezers that don't close all the way because arms and legs are sticking out. Of course, the receptionist at the front desk would be tall, very skinny, with a patch over his right eye and a hooked hand. And for some odd reason, I pictured a pin the tail on the donkey game in the background. Can't figure that one out. I'm happy to say the morgue was nothing like what I had imagined. The room was well lit and rat-free. Nice silver doors lined the walls, and all the doors were closed tightly. And the receptionist at the front desk was the sweetest little lady. If I were older, I'd forget about Monique and fake my death to hang out with this lady. Ironically, there was a pin the tail on the donkey game in the background. Still can't figure that one out. I walked up to the receptionist trying to look suave, but was startled when she asked, "Good morning, ma'am. How can I help you?" Ma'am? What is wrong with this chick? I'm clearly a... Oh, I hadn't taken off my mom's clothes. How in the world did I ride my bike while wearing a dress and a wig and not realize something might be wrong with this picture? Well, I didn't have time to solve life's greatest mysteries, which my current predicament fell under, so I played the part. Yes, I was just in the area and thought I might drop in and see if anyone I might know died recently, I said with a British accent. Oh my, she said. When did this person go missing? No one is missing, I started. I only wanted to see the dead people, and maybe I might know one of them. You see, I work at a homeless shelter. That's a place where people with no homes go, and if they don't show up, I look for them here. Did you try asking the police, or even report that there is a missing person? She asked. Good ideas. I will try those next, I said. But first I want to see the bodies. She finally agreed and had me sign in. I accidentally wrote Frank on the sign-in sheet, but I thought fast and changed it to Frank Leah. She looked at my name, then gave me an inquisitive glare. I explained my parents really wanted a boy when I was born. Tricked her again. I followed her down the hall, and she asked if there was a particular gender or ethnicity I was looking for. I told her the man I was looking for was Asian, that he had no known name or relatives, but that he had big muscles and knew karate. This surprised her, and she informed me that just the other day A man with that exact description had been brought in. I resisted the urge to ask her how you know if a random dead person knows karate. She brought me into the room where an Asian man with big muscles was laying on the table, dressed in a gi, which is a traditional karate uniform. What were the odds of that happening? I had to make this look real. My audience was waiting, and the show had to go on. I flopped my face and arms on this poor dead man's chest and cried. Why, my dear son Ping, I cried and lied all in one. Ping? Son? I thought you worked in a homeless shelter, she demanded. Only on weekends, I said. This is my long-lost son, Ping Pong Hockey Puck. If you're his mom, then who's his dad? Jet Li, she poked fun. Bruce Lee, I demanded. And if you're going to just stand there and make fun of my son and me, then I will have your badge, lady. I had no idea what I was talking about, but I was in the moment and I was not letting go of this wonderful drama, so I continued. I'm the president's wife, and I'm this close to taking you out with the rest of this trash in this city. Now help my son and me out to my bike before I get really angry. Ping deserves a proper burial. She looked worried as she quickly covered the body and rolled Ping to the back door. Balancing him on my bike turned out to be a trial, but I managed. Chapter 6 next time.